Hey there, if you want to find what are the best top 5 niches in the YouTube automation space that I recommend you start in 2021 and beyond, make yourself comfortable and let's dive right into it. Today, we're going to look at channels that have low competition, that have a lot of trends and definitely a lot of room for growth. The first niche I would like to present is the economy niche, right? This is not a common niche, so this is exactly why I picked us. Personally, I'm a huge fan of high CPMs and evergreen content, and this niche falls directly into that category. Looking at the example channel where I'm gonna say about Epic Economist, you can see that the approach is very formal and the topic is very serious, talking about the US economy, so they target mainly adults. Speaking of numbers, I can say easily that the channel is generating over $20,000 consistently per month from AdSense alone, and I'm gonna show you why. According to Social Blade, which is one of the most accurate softwares in the niche when it comes to counting views, they're generating month by month over 2 million views. Now, I know for a fact that the RPM for that niche is around $10, which means they're doing over $20,000 from AdSense alone, but I can bet they have multiple sources of income, such as blogs, affiliate marketing, and maybe sponsor deals, right? I can see they also have a Patreon in the descriptions where people buy a subscription and they pay a recurring fee month by month, so that adds up to the total number. Now, for each niche that we go over, I would like to present one advantage and one disadvantage, so let's start right now. Talking about this niche, the disadvantage is definitely the content creation part, which is actually the biggest bottleneck that the most people face when it comes to YouTube automation, right? Now, the reason why I say this is a disadvantage is not that it's impossible to make, but it is definitely hard to find somebody who's first passionate about the economy. Maybe they have written articles in the past, so you need somebody with experience to know what they're talking about, because again, keep in mind, you are addressing to adults, so you cannot just throw spaghetti on the wall and hope it will work, right? Also, finding a narrator with a serious voice, a US American voice actually, somebody around 20, 30, maybe 40 years old, won't be that cheap. On the other side, if you manage to break through into the niche, I can say you are pretty much set for the next 3 to 5 years, that's for sure. Now, why I'm saying this is that because the competition is very low, the CPM is very high, and once you get a lucrative audience, I don't know, let's say 5,000 subscribers, you get recurring views from the audience month by month, and since the videos are evergreen, you'll get the same amount of views probably more or less 1 month from now, 2 months from now, 5 months from now, and so on, while your channel is gonna keep growing, so your income is gonna follow. Moving forward, the niche I would like to talk about second is drama, okay? Not celebrities, do not confound with celebrities, but definitely drama, right? So let's see what I'm talking about when it comes to drama. The channel that we're gonna look at is called Anna Whoop. Now, what makes Anna Whoop so successful and why I'm saying that they make over $50,000 per month consistently, let me show you. Well, first of all, they have been in the game for less than 2 years, and if you can see, they're pretty successful. Like, they've got almost 2 million subscribers in less than 2 years, which is an impressive performance. But as we all know, subscribers do not give us money. So if you take a look at the views, you can see from the get-go that the majority of the videos that they post, they get 1 million views or more, which is fantastic. Like, that's one of the top performing channels that I know in the whole YouTube automation space when it comes to views, not only the drama niche, okay? So this is why I said that channel is generating $50,000 consistently month by month. And now, if you're not familiar with how to do the math, like what's the formula? Okay, Raz, I know the RPM, I know the views. How do I actually find out how much money they make? Well, let me put that very simple for you. We take the number of views that the channel is getting monthly. In this case, it's gonna be 50 million views each and every single month. And then we wanna divide that number by 1,000, right? And then all we have to do is multiply the result by 3.5, and this is the average income that the channel is gonna make. Now, of course, we're all making assumptions here. YouTube might pay more or might pay less, but still we are looking at the ballpark, okay? The only trick here is you have to have an idea about the RPMs and the CPMs that go for each and every single niche, so you can make that classified assumption, right? The bad thing about this niche is that you need to be very talented, or you need to have some sort of skills to be able to create drama out of nothing, because this is pretty much what this channel is creating. They're taking normal facts, they're taking the celebrity niche and bringing it to the next level. It's like the celebrity niche on steroids, right? Because they are presenting the facts, but they use a lot of exaggerations, just like the press do. The good thing though is that if you are not that talented, you can just hire a team of people, which is gonna be pretty easy to find, and then you can just replicate what the competitor is doing, what Anna Whoop is doing, what the other competitors are doing in the niche, what they're doing successfully. You can replicate that for yourself. If you come up with your own thing, like if you add value to the video and not just replicate what they're doing, you'll definitely be able to get a piece of the pie. Maybe not $50,000 a month, but still, I would even be happy with 20% of that if the case. Niche number 3, cars. Now, why isn't anybody approaching the cars niche? Let's actually find out. We'll use the channel called Top Cars TV as an example for this niche. Now, due to the fact that they're not posting consistently, this is not the best example, but they're pretty much their own niche. Like, I was not able to find more relevant YouTube automation channels in the car niche, so they're pretty much their own niche, as I said. Now, although they have not been posting consistently and they only have 2 videos in the last 30 days, it still brings them over 1 million views a month. And now, since they are not consistently uploading, that means the amount of views is coming for evergreen content that has been posted in the past, which means passive income. Probably interests you the most, which actually we cannot really tell, is the income. Like, how much do they make? Since there are not a lot of competitors in the car niche, myself, I'm all about transparency, so I cannot give you the RPM like, hey guys, this is the RPM, this is this and that. But for the sake of this video, let's give them a $5 RPM, which is definitely mid-range. Now, with 1.5 million views, which is what they got in the last month according to Social Blade, if we multiply that with the $5 RPM, that channel has generated over $7,500 in the last month with only posting 2 videos, right? So imagine you do nothing, you just post 2 videos, which is, again, you have 30 days to post 2 videos, and then you generate $7,500. I would take that with my eyes closed. Now, as I said, we're gonna give one pro argument and one contra argument for each niche. Now, we've stated the pro ones, but actually the pro ones are the same with the bad ones here, because since the niche is so small, since we only, again, I have been only able to find this channel in the car niche, the niche is so small, you do not have references, you do not know what works, what doesn't, what to try out, what don't to try out, so you can save yourself money. But this also comes with the flip of the coin, where you will be your own niche. If you test, if you invest money, if you put time into it, if you test all the topics, all the ideas, this and that, and you get some successful ones and then you double down on those, you'll pretty much be your own niche, since this channel is not active. So you're gonna be the most active, and sooner or later the biggest channel in the car niche, which will give you niche authority, and a lot of good things come with that. Moving forward with the niche number 4, which is not as good as a niche number 5, we'll talk about the cryptocurrency niche. Yes, you heard that right. Now, I know cryptocurrency is on everybody's lips nowadays, but it's actually on everybody's channels on YouTube nowadays. For reference of this video, we're gonna take a look at Jamie Tree's channel in the cryptocurrency space. Now, I remember talking to Jimmy when he started channel a couple months ago, and he was making a fortune off of that because it was so easy to create the videos, while the video generated him so much. Now, what this type of channel does is they actually take a look and analyze a 1 or 2 hour interview. They go and watch that in depth. So for example, I know, let's talk about Roll Paul. They take a look at one of Roll Paul's 2-hour interviews, and they want to make sure, okay, which part of this interview is the most interesting one. They just take that 10 to 15 minute part of the video, and then they repurpose it. What do I mean by repurposing? Well, you don't have to look at the videos, let me just tell you up front. So they take the most interesting part and they comment it. They add their own narration, they add their own commentary with their own thoughts, with their knowledge found online, with the research that they have done. And this is pretty much how they're able to do those type of videos and generate tens of thousands of dollars per month. Now, imagine you might say, okay, well, is that legal? Can you actually do that? Yes, that's totally complacent. With the YouTube guidelines, you can go ahead and check it out. But not also that, but think about it, it's a win-win situation. Now, if you want to invest in crypto, or if you want to learn about crypto, would you rather watch a 2-hour interview, off of which 80% is nonsense, which is not related to the topic, or would you rather watch a 10-15 minute video that will give you the whole image, the whole information that you need in order to make your investment, or in order to get the information that you needed, right? Well, I'd go with the second option, and I probably guess you would do too. So this is how Jimmy Tree is winning in the cryptocurrency niche. Now, this simple move is actually making Jimmy Tree over $15,000 a month. Now, based off of his 1.6 million views, that would not be a so big number, but keep in mind, when with automation channels, we do not only rely on AdSense, but it's mainly AdSense. We also rely on sponsorships, affiliate marketing, and now let me tell you, when it comes to crypto, brands and coins and I know institutions, they want to push their coins as much as possible, which is gonna relate to Jimmy Crypto getting a lot of brand deals and making, if not the same amount, maybe even more from brand deals and affiliations as well. So that will be around $25,000, $30,000 at least a month for the channel in the cryptocurrency. This is why I would highly recommend, if you want to start a channel or if you want to work without starting a channel, I would definitely highly recommend the crypto niche. The downside here is that, as I said in the beginning, everybody's doing crypto nowadays. Everybody's passionate about crypto, everybody's talking about crypto, everybody's creating videos about crypto. So the flow of the channels that have been created and launched in the last 3 to 6 months, maybe, it's absurd. Like, there are so many channels. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that you should not start, or this is too late, or you are too late to the party, this and that. No, it's definitely worth starting, but you have to be careful, and you definitely have to come with something new to the table if you want to succeed in this niche. Now, that's gonna be pretty easy to do because the team that you need to put in place to be able to run this channel is gonna be super easy to find, and they're gonna be super cheap if you ask me. Compared to, let's say, the Epic Economist, you're gonna pay probably half of the amount. The least, but definitely not the least important, it's business. Well, if you watch until this point, I will definitely congratulate you because this is actually my favorite niches, and this is why I left it to the end, because I think this niche is actually a hidden gem. I have recently started a couple channels in this niche, and they're about to take off, but if you see this video right now, I would definitely consider it. Let's take a look at the channel called Business Basics, a not very notorious channel. I would actually say again, a hidden gem. If you're interested into business and investing, I don't see a better opportunity than starting this type of channel or pairing up with somebody who knows how to run these channels, because think about it, like, what could be better than creating videos while learning from the richest and from the smartest people in the game, such as Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger, so on, and getting paid thousands of dollars per month to do so? Well, actually, how many thousands? Around $40,000. Yes, you've heard that right, $40,000 for this business niche. Last month, this channel got 3.7 million views, and the $10 RPM would be a safe bet for them, that's for sure. So that equals to $37 or more. But again, as we know, we just make assumptions. So I would definitely say that $40,000 is a safe bet for this channel. And then if you take a look, the other advantage is that there are not a lot of channels. I probably could count on my hand the number of channels that there are in this niche. As there is probably a disadvantage in everything that we do in our day-to-day life, so there is here. Now, the disadvantage that I see here, it's gonna be probably hard to break into the niche, to break into the algorithm, to get initial traction, because again, you are addressing those type of videos to highly educated business people that they wanna make an investment. They pretty much already know the skill, they just wanna learn more and more and more, or become better and better at their craft or their investing strategy or this and that, which again, is not gonna be easy to find first a team to do that, somebody with knowledge, somebody with experience, this and that. They're not gonna be cheap at all. But then the advantage is that you are serious, or you know a company like us, Automate Channels, where we're serious about it, this would be a no-brainer. Now, talking about no-brainers, I would like to announce you that we have finally went public. Yes, Automate Channels is now public, and there is a link down below. There is a link in the description that allows you to work with us and find out how we can work with us, where we create the channel for you, we run it, we manage it, while you collect the checks. I should probably be gone now because I have some more channels to start until it's late, so see you in the next one.